so funny because I do a lot of homophobia, but not. Sometimes it's not like super. It's not just people like yelling faggot at me. But I had this guy in the front row. He was in full camouflage. I know, which I thought was a bit. Camouflage is for two people, right? If you're wearing full, it's like gays in Brooklyn who are like, I'm turning a look, my friend Patty, or people who want to shoot things. So he's in the front row, and he was not Patty. So. But he was doing this thing that when I would talk, instead of like looking at me, he would turn away every time I would go near him. So of course I paid attention to him. I was like, sir, you're not gonna catch it. And he goes, I don't think we have much in common. I was like, okay, what kind of music do you like? And he goes, well, I love Shania Twain. We have a lot more in common. Oh, the worst place I ever performed. Is anyone from Springfield, Massachusetts? Okay, let's talk. So, the people are trash, the town is trash, the food is trash, the cars are trash. When the clouds move over the town, they become trash. And I was forced to work at this weird castle they converted into a comedy show. It was also, by the way, all castles are gay. No, am I wrong? Castles are gay. No straight guys like, I want a tower. That is a gay thing. And I loved castles as a kid. I like a lot of books on castles, and they're gay. It's like moats, wizards, secrets. So, anyway, there I am at medieval times, and I'm just... Remember medieval times? What a ridiculous, like, on God, like, faggot. Okay, so, I know. So, anyway, there I was, and first of all, there was like 60 people in the audience, and it was this huge room, so it was just echoey and terrible. I was gonna bomb, and no one knew who I was, so I did my stupid joke, right? They're like, Matteo Lane, and I walk out, and I'm like, hi, thanks so much, I'm obviously gay. And then this guy just stood up and went, nope, and walked out. I know, which is fine. If he doesn't want to be there, that's fine. But the whole time I was on stage, I just kept thinking to myself, I'm like, what did he think I was going to do? For a whole hour. Just, thanks so much, I'm obviously gay. Close the doors! Anal! It's like... Talk about the Food Network. And at least he left the worst audience members in the world. It doesn't matter where you go, what city you're in, what time of day, what country, it is all right. Now look, white women. During the day, you seem fine, okay? You're shopping organic and you're setting up bachelorette parties. But you have one sip of a rosé and you're like, tonight's about me. There's no stopping you, there's no shaming you. The voice can pierce through anywhere there's a drunk white woman from a distance, you won't see them, you'll just hear, French fries! You'll hear it. And yes. And I was performing in Vancouver, another city that's just fine, and there were these 3 drunk white women in the front row, and they wouldn't shut up. They had no idea they were at a show. They just kept talking and talking. So of course I walk up to them and put my hand on you would think they'd be shamed, but no, hecklers never are. So I put my hand on the table, I'm like, hi, there's a show happening, and she did her first offense of a white woman. She just goes, ah! But it's her birthday! And I'm so mean and gay, I was like, well, it looks like she's had a lot. And also, if you're celebrating your birthday after 12 years old, you are a fucking asshole, okay? Celebrate your birthday like an adult. Hi, we're getting drinks Friday at 8, hope you can make it. But this girl, it was her birthday week, one of those. So thank you for groaning, because... And you could see, like, she was such a control freak. She's in between her friends, just like, we're having fun. And her friends were exhausted. They literally been in the desert for 40 days and 40 nights. They're just like, help us. Happy birthday. So they wouldn't shut up. So finally, security came down and kicked them out, which they bitched and moaned about. And as they were leaving, the whole audience started chanting. It was like a Canadian Game of Thrones. Everyone just started going, get out, get out, get out. And then this one gay guy, God love gay people, he just goes, and don't forget your scarf. I love that. I love it because in his mind, well, two things are happening in his mind, right? Like, one, he's on board with everybody else. He's like, you're the worst, we hate you. But also, it's cashmere, don't forget that, girl, you know.